Abud.
Sure.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for making time.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving GeeGo this opportunity just to talk to you, man, about your album.
Sure thing.
But anyways, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about the release of your album?
Man, I'm happy about everything. Like the reception I'm getting from the entire album. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. You know, it's like, okay, let me just put out this album because I haven't dropped an album in years and years. So yeah, well, I didn't know what to expect. So I was like, let me just put out my best and we'll see from there. But yeah, the reception has been proper so far. Yeah, people are loving the album, yes.
Because you released the album in December 2020, ne?
Yeah, correct.
Why December? You know why I'm asking, because we were in lockdown, so it wasn't your normal life, if I can put it like that.
Sure. Yeah, I just wanted to try it out differently because usually albums are dropped like November or early December. So I was like, guy, let me just do things differently. Like at the end of the year, let me finish off the year with an album. I was also not that sure, right? How are people gonna receive this? But it actually worked out because just after the album dropped, I think we went into lockdown, some other higher level after somewhere around there. So people were at home. So I think it helped me out because people could chill. Well, when you're indoors, you can chill and go through, music that's out. So I think that's another thing that made people pay attention to it because, they had nothing to do. So yeah, oh, Brazo has an album. I'm bored. Let me check it out. So, maybe it worked. Releasing at the end of the year, it worked for me. Yeah.
I saw that on Spotify.
Sure.
I think in April you got about 10,000 listeners.
Yeah. So yeah, even on Spotify, people are they're streaming that album like crazy. Yeah. I did not know it would get to that level because I think we've hit over 30,000 album streams already on Spotify alone.
Yeah, Spotify alone.
Yeah. So people are listening out there. Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you are from Polokwane.
Bakersford. Yeah.
And when you started or when you came to fame, you came ka African Sex. That's the song that I would say like a break in for you in the industry. How old were you at that moment?
I was 19.
Wow.
Yeah, when I dropped African Sex, I was 19 at that time. Yeah, but I remember I did it while I was doing my first year. Yeah. And so it was crazy. I wasn't even expecting that at that age. People, they already recognize you. Because I know people break through after years and years, like when you're older and stuff. But I had been pushing this whole thing for a long time since I was very young. So by 19, African Sex, I was born, and I just got crazy from there.
Which equipment were you using at that moment? Were you already playing some instruments or?
Nah, nothing. I was just using a desktop and some small Anyana speakers. That's it. Did not even have a MIDI keyboard. I played everything on the QWERTY, the desktop keyboard. Yeah. So everything I did it there.
And which software were you using back then?
Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loop.
Yeah.
Okay. So back then, 19 to now, how has your journey as a producer been? Because what I'm asking is, there was a time where I don't want to say you just disappeared, but there was a time where you were silent.
Yeah.
And it was like the longest time. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's been. Yeah, the industry, it has highs and lows and all that. Yeah. So I think after a few years, because the whole industry it evolves. You see. So I also was trying out, not to say new stuff, but I think the problem was most people wanted me to stick to like music with saxophone. Every song needs to have a saxophone in it for them to recognize it as my production. So it got to a point where I've been doing this thing. Let me switch it up a bit, but I still stuck to the soulful stuff. But then I think the moment I made music without the saxophone, some people lost interest. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. And then yeah, for a while I was dropping EPs, you know, singles and stuff. But I think people, yeah, they were not on that tip anymore. They were like, this is not the Brazo we want, you know. So and you can't stick to one sound as a producer. I mean, even now, if I do another song similar to African Sex, it won't get the attention that one got. But yeah, I think people had that mentality. So yeah, over the years, yeah, well, at some point, I also did not know, hey, what's going on here? What should I do? And I can't go back, you know. You also have to evolve as a producer, you know, do something different every now and then. So yeah, at some point, yeah, it was bad, if I can put it that way, yeah. And you know, making music, when you make a song, like you put your all in it. So you expect that energy that you put in to come back through the listeners and stuff. So if that doesn't happen, it also the motivation drops. And yeah, you end up just sitting there and when you think of making music, you're like, I'm gonna put this music out. I put in my time and energy, but then the response,
100%,
yeah, it's not what you expect. But you know, just the passion for music, I just kept dropping. That's why the album is called Hear Me Out. Because I was like, hey, come on, I've been dropping, you're not giving me attention. Yeah, just hear me out a bit. Yeah. So it's been a crazy journey. Yeah.
Okay, besides the people not receiving the sound you were releasing at that moment,
Sure.
what else do you think contributed to that?
Hey, I think, because when I started out, well, when I broke through, if I can put it that way, that time I think producers, well, that were out there, like local producers, there were only a few that people knew. Like it's Chima Music, it's Dakapo, Juke Soul, you know, it was a small group.
Yeah, you came at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, yeah. So at that time, you know, yeah, when you drop something, hey, everybody, they're all hungry for that music, because it wasn't the way it is right now. Now there are 1,000 producers that are out there in the country. So yeah, I think back then people paid more attention because the music that was coming out, it wasn't a lot of music at the same time.
And it was fresh.
Yeah, and it was fresh. It was something new, you know, because we were just used to international stuff. So now we have local guys who are doing deep house, they're doing soulful, you know. So yeah, people were excited about that. So, but then as time went by, yeah, that started changing. Like, yeah, there are guys, yeah, who are doing the. We now, there's many of us now.
Yes.
So yeah, they can't give you that attention that they were giving you back then. Even if you're making better music than you were making before, but there's too many producers. So yeah, it's not easy to your project to get the attention that you feel it deserves. So I think that's the main difference between then and now. Yeah.
So when you were 19, you didn't play any instruments. You were just using the computer's keyboard.
Yeah.
At which moment you are like, let me learn how to play a keyboard, or let me learn how to, because on your album, there's a song, at the moment I can't think of it, where you're playing a guitar. So at which moment in your career, you're like, now let me learn how to play this, let me learn how to play that.
Yeah, because I take myself as a musician, not just as a house music producer. So yeah, your music has to have those elements, you know, some live elements in it. It should be a rich sound. So if you're just doing everything like digitally, everything you just click on a plug-in and that's it. Yeah, it's different. If you want your music to have a lot of musicality in it, you know, yeah, you have to, even just to grow as a producer, you have to learn this and that. So that's when I was like, let me get this stuff. I'll figure it out along the way. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's how it started. Because I also wanted to improve my sound. So yeah, and then instruments that I cannot play, I call up guys. I'm like, hey, can you play saxophone for me? Can you play this for me? Yeah. So that's how it is. Yeah. You just to make your sound better than before. Yeah.
So which was the first instrument that you learned, that you took upon yourself and say, I want to learn this one?
No, the piano.
The piano.
Because it's my favorite instrument anyway. So yeah, it's the one instrument I play. And I'm not perfect, but what I want to play, I play. Yeah, so that's the one instrument. So like the song you're referring to with the guitar and stuff. Yeah, there's a guy who played the guitar on this. So I play piano. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But,
Now,
yeah.
back to your album.
Yeah.
I'm going through my notes here. There's a track, because what we'll do is this is all about you.
Yeah.
You talking about your music.
Sure.
Instead of someone else reviewing your music. You are talking about your music. The way your album starts with an instrument. It's instrumental song.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
And then after that, you introduce Lonely Night, which has smaller nyana vocals, like poetry sort of.
Yes.
And then you bring in Sunny Days.
Yeah.
The tempo sort of like it goes up.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
overall, the keys are minimal.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to the whole album, the keys are minimal.
Yeah.
Now, when you started to make this album, did you conceptualize it? What did you have in mind?
That I have conceptualized, not really. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe when you do something, because if you produce a song today, then the next song you produce it after 6 months, well, it's gonna be different. So I did that album like at once. So like I was in one space. So yeah, I just told myself, okay, let me keep it simple, keep it soulful and chill. You can hear there's not too much noise. Even elements on the songs. Yeah, so I kept it as simple as, but clean. So yeah, I just did the songs, and then from there I was like, okay, how do we start this thing? Because an album is just like a DJ set. You can't start with a high tempo song and then so when I put it together, that's when I decided, okay, this song, let me put it here. This one, that's how it came about. But I did not sit down and conceptualize it, as you say, or okay, I want an album that's gonna sound this way, or no, I was just making music. And but as I went by, I was like, okay, I think I hear where this album is going, so let me keep it that way.
So it's a sort of like a build up from a previous song. Every song was
exactly.
Sort of like
After I do this, I'm like, okay, from here let's do something like this. That's how I put it all together.
Because I think when African Sex comes in, there's sort of like a break, and then after that the light when a fella, and then again like a break. It made me think of hip hop albums. Hip hop albums have your skits or your
interludes.
Yes. So why like that? I understand what you say that you're just building up, but why those breaks in between?
I have a reason. I don't want to lie and make it sound deep. I just feel okay. The way because it's sometimes it's tricky. You might have 12 songs. Okay, it's a complete album, but then putting them together, it's something else. Because if when a person listens to the album, they have to feel like, okay, I'm going through a journey here, like from start to finish. It should flow. So I took my time. I was like, okay, this would fit in here. This would, but it was a process. 'Cause you're not sure. Hey, this song. You don't want people to be on some level. The next thing they're on a different level. You're feeling lost along the way while listening to the album. So I don't know. I'm not a compiler, but I tried. Okay, making it flow as smoothly as I liked it to. So I did, because I'd put an instrumental song and then a vocal song, maybe 2 vocal songs, and then another. That's how I put it together. Because sometimes you've heard 2 vocal songs in a row. Maybe you just want an instrumental to chill. So that's how I put them together.
Oh, okay. Who did you collaborate with besides the vocalist? Maybe who played because you referred to someone playing a guitar. So who did you collaborate with?
It's only one guy. It's the song called "Too Much Soul."
Yes.
That's the one you were referring to. The guy's called Khet. He's from Polokwane.
Okay.
So he played saxophone and guitar on that song. But then the rest of the album, I did everything on my own. Yeah.
So in that instant, you come up with the beat and then you call the guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you do 1, 2, 3 for
Yeah,
me?
can you jump on the song with some saxophone and guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it worked.
Now, when it's come to the split sheet, how does it work? Because you released this album under More Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on Apple Music, it said the publisher is More Funk. How does it work now, business-wise?
Yeah, well, with More Funk, we agree on percentages. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, take this much, you take this much. Yeah, that's how it is. But then with the people I've collaborated with, like each and every song, I'm not greedy, so
You never know, because currently when it comes to the hip hop side, we see Aboma, Kwa, Lirubono are fighting.
Yeah, everyone is fighting. Yeah. So it's important to sit down, make sure you and I agree before we even put the song out.
Okay.
So I told everyone I collaborated with, we went 50-50 on each song.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how we work. Yeah. Yeah,
regardless whether you own the idea.
Yeah, no, yeah. Everyone, all vocalists, and because I mean, every song, I think the ones I collaborated with someone is just one person, maybe a vocalist. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, I come up with everything, you come and sing, but you've done your part. I mean, without you, the song wouldn't be that way. So it's our song. It's not my song. Future, So we go 50-50. That's how I work. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you find the vocalist? Do you do research on the internet? Do you listen to demos? How do you find them?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot. You have Les Talker. I might be pronouncing them incorrectly.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay, Artwork. We know Artwork.
Yeah.
There's Miss DP. You have Jason Tibe. I like this song, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Know
You better. Sure. Yeah.
And then you have Toy Soldier. How do you find these people?
Yeah, some of them I just bump into them on social media. Like when go through your timeline, you come across someone and you're like, oh, this person. So some of them I'm the one who DM them, and some of them they came to me. So yeah, that's how it worked. But I like going around looking for raw talent, if I can put it that way. People that are not out there yet, but I feel this person is talented. So yeah, it's nice because you're experimenting in a way. Unlike you approaching a vocalist that's already out there, a bit of what people are gonna expect from that song. So when I put down someone you have never heard of, I think it builds up that excitement. You're like, okay, who's this vocalist? Let me listen. Yeah. So everyone featured there, like vocalists. Yeah, they're not really out there yet, but they're all talented. So yeah, that's how I work. So
how important is our collaborations for you?
For me, collaborations. Well, I can't sing. You can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
So and I love vocal songs for starters. So without vocalists,
Can you sing when?
I can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't do everything on your own. So how am I gonna make the song I want if I don't collaborate with someone who has what I don't have? So yeah, I think it's a good thing. Even besides the fact, even if it's not a vocal song, it's nice to put together 2 minds or 3 minds. You can do a song on your own, and you feel okay, this song is perfect. But if you call someone else after that and you're like, hey, see what you can do with this song. When it comes back, yeah, it might be something even better than what you thought. So 2 ears they're better than one. So some collaborations are important. Yeah.
So now, let's say you send a song to a vocalist, excuse me, and you don't like them. Do they still get paid?
Hey, and that happens, eh? Yeah, it happens. Because sometimes someone approaches you and they tell you, hey, I'm a vocalist and all that. And then you're like, okay, send me one of your songs. They send the song. You actually like the song. And then, okay, you work on a beat. You send them. And then what they send back, it's nothing close to what you heard before. So it's a bit tricky. You don't know what to say to them. And, most of them, they get offended when you tell them, can't you do something different here? Because I remember there's one lady last year while I was working on the album. I sent her a beat, and what she sent me, I did not like. So she was like, not everything. I feel like everything is perfect here. So how are you gonna drop a song on your album that you don't like? So yeah, there are songs, projects that I have that I know they're just gonna chill there forever, and you can't tell them, hey, I know you, because they feel offended. So it's difficult. You just keep it there. Yeah, you tell them, I know we're still working on this and that. I'll let you know when we put it out. So it does happen where, hey.
So it becomes difficult to give them feedback because you haven't built the relationship.
Yeah. So hey.
So
Crazy.
isn't there maybe a way you guys can come up with to build the relationship before you do the work, so that when it comes to such things you are able to talk about them?
Yeah, because so usually, you just do everything in a rush. Like,
Oh.
someone sends you a message, I'm a vocalist, and at the time you're in studio, and you're like, okay, send me your stuff, and when you like it, whatever you're working on, if you feel like, yeah, it can connect with that person's vocals, you send it, and then you're done. We don't know each other, we've never met, so yeah, it's not that easy building relationships before. Because there are people here on the album that I haven't met before.
You just like their work.
Yeah. And even till today, we haven't met. It's not like we are friends, we talk every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about making music that, I feel like this is proper stuff.
So those projects that you're going to keep forever. I'm concerned that what if they come to you and they be like, hey, hey, I went to the studio, I paid.
Well, if it comes to that, I don't know. We'll see. But I haven't made anything from that project, so where do we get the money?
So the only way you can pay a vocalist is once the song is out.
Yeah.
So my recording studio time, I have to pay for my own pocket.
that we sort out before you even start. If you're gonna need some money for recording time, for studio time, it's fine. We agree. Okay, I can help you out with this much, and then when you send me that project, that's all paid for. So you don't come back and say, hey, I spent 5,000 studio time afterwards, because I know that can happen.
So
those projects,
so you cover those expenses.
Before everything else.
Yeah.
So we know that we even on that beforehand.
Oh, all right. Because you know how people are. So now, I was wondering when I was listening to the album, because I enjoyed Too Much Soul, Know You Better.
Yeah.
And then when we met, late.
Sure.
We thought of, or we had like a sample of, is it Crystal Waters, Homeless? The keys, they sound similar to that.
Yeah, and this other song called Gypsy Woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about when we met. Like, where does the inspiration come from for that song?
Yeah, because I've always been a fan of that song. There are many maybe there are many songs with that same chord progression.
Yeah.
But I heard it from that Gypsy Woman. It's an old classic.
Yes.
So I always loved that song. So one time I was just playing around, then I was playing the keys for that song. Like, you know what? Let me just try it. If they attack me, they attack me. I love that chord progression. Let me try something with it. And then I used it and it sounded nice.
Yeah, because when we were listening, I was thinking, no man,
you've heard this song.
Yeah, I know this key. Yeah.
And I don't know if you've noticed. There's this song. There's King Munad and Chiro song.
Okay.
I remember I forgot the name of the song. It's not that old. MFR Souls made a remix of that song.
Yeah.
They also played that same
progression.
Yeah. So they also influenced it. I was like, guys are using this progression. I also love it. Let me use it. Yeah. So that's how it came about.
So using another song's chord progression, you playing it yourself.
Yeah.
You're not breaking the law.
As far as I know, you're not.
Yeah.
Because there's chord progressions that are in 1,000 songs, like the same progression.
Yeah.
So unless you're gonna sample that song and then make it your own. Yeah, that's something else. But
Yeah.
just playing keys, nah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, now let's say you sampled it. Who's supposed to play it? Is it you as the producer or your publisher?
Yeah, the publisher has to go clear it for you. Yeah, that's unless you're just working independently, then you have to sort that out yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And usually, I'm just asking in general. Usually, how long does it take for the owner to come back and say, yeah, it's cleared and I want this percentage?
Yeah, for international labels, yeah, it might take a while. Some, they don't even come back to you.
Yo.
Yeah, so that's why I've never been sampled anyone, because I know, or you might complete the song and, you know, maybe you took 2 months making that song and then you sampled their music here and there, and the song is nice. You took your time making it. Then after that, when you need clearance, they refuse. So you just wasted your time doing that. So, yeah, I've never sampled before. So, but I know such things happen. Then you have to scrap that song because you don't have the clearance for it. So yeah, sometimes it's a process, but there are other labels that are easy to work with.
So now, let's say you did sample it and it wasn't cleared and then you release it.
Yeah.
I'm asking in general because sometimes you hear that a song is taken down from YouTube because a record label.
Yeah.
So now what happened? Now the album is out. What usually happens?
They can even call it back, like
the whole album,
the entire album. Then you're gonna have to, you know, or they tell you they want to claim the certain percentage of all your sales from that album. Imagine all that for one song. Yeah, so it's something you have to be sure of before you know you put anything out.
So now, but now the split sheet are already at Samro. What does that mean? You have to recall them.
Yeah, because they can even go to Samro and tell them there's this certain song that's registered under Brazo Afrika. Yeah, it's he you know, infringement of copyrights and all that. So even at Samro, they might scrap it out or they might adjust the percentages depending on, you know, what you guys end up agreeing on. But if you don't reach an agreement, yeah, it's something else. So the whole song has to be, you know, scrapped out.
The business side of music is interesting.
Yeah, it's hectic. It's hectic.
Yeah, because I recently found out that Samro now has an agreement with Facebook.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah.
I'm not sure whether Twitter is there, but I know those. Those two.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
Do you know how it's going to work?
I'm not sure yet of the percentages and all that, but I guess it means if, you know, because most videos on, well, let's say TikTok, you know, a person might make a video playing your song in the background and all that. So it means, okay, it's royalties basically. So you're gonna get something from every video that, you know, where your song is being played. Yeah, I guess it's gonna depend on how many times they play it, they view it.
Just like on radio.
Yeah, just like on radio, yeah. So it's just going to work like radio royalties, basically, from my understanding.
Which is mechanical.
Yeah, mechanical rights.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to
Do
be.
you think radio at this current moment, with social media taking over, do you think we need radio? I'm talking in terms of music.
In terms of music?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. You know, not everyone is on social media. And yeah, well, some people, when they want to hear new music or they just want to hear music in J, they turn on the radio because there's always a new song playing on radio. And for us as producers, if they cancel radio, then we're in trouble. Because, okay, firstly, well, marketing-wise, it's a tool that we use. Even now in this, you know, digital space where there's social media and all that. But your song being on radio still, till today, I think it helps a lot, like putting it out there. And on top of that, well, there's money involved. I mean, the royalty. Yeah. So if there's no more radio, it's gonna kill us financially as well.
My issue with radio is they are not connected to the split. What I mean is, for an example, John Vulgate became popular first on the internet.
Yeah.
And still it wasn't playing on radio.
On radio, yeah.
That's my issue with radio. So hence I'm asking this question.
Because the other thing, some compilers, I think that's where the problem starts. You know, you might find that song was submitted on radio before it even became big on social media. But for your song to play on radio, it's a hassle. But I mean, on Twitter, if I want to put my song, I don't have to ask someone, can I have my song on Twitter? You just put it out there on your own at any time. So with radio, it's a process. You submit, they don't come back to you, and all your stuff like that. So, but then, that's why most songs become big on social media first, because it's easily accessible and it's easy for your song to, it's not, I mean, you don't even pay for anything for your song to be on social media. So
just data.
Well, now the one problem I have with radio is that you submit music and it doesn't play.
And you are part of a genre that is not well received on radio.
Yeah. So it's not easy for your song to play on radio. I mean, a soulful house song. It's something else.
How about TV?
Same applies. Yeah, same. You might. There's a song I did with Da Capo. It was a remix we did called Ulitemba Lam.
I think I remember the song. Yeah.
We did the video. Yeah, that song. We did the video for that song. Our own expenses. We went by ourselves to submit it to TV channels. Till today, it hasn't played anywhere. But then YouTube is up on YouTube. You can watch it anytime. So I think we need a bit of both. But TV and radio, to open that door, it's not that easy. So I think that's why most guys boom on social media before they take you seriously on TV.
And now you can tell that they depend on the internet to see whether you're relevant or not.
Yeah, to see what to play. Yeah, that's how it works. That's why I'm saying, I guess we need both. Yeah, in a way, they correlate.
Because I know that radio royalties, if I can put it like that, they weigh more.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you cancel radio, you're killing us. Yeah. So, but then, for your song to be there, it's a problem. It might never even make it there. Like this album has 12 songs. You know, you go trying to submit here and there. You're not under the biggest label in the country. So, for your music to play, you'll be lucky. I don't know. Maybe there's a process that we don't know of.
Because one thing I'm noticing, I'm not talking bad about labels. But the big labels, your Universal, your Sony. If you are there, whether you are releasing deep or commercial music, it's gonna play
your
on
music
radio,
is gonna
guaranteed.
Play. It's gonna play and heavy airplay. So that's why I'm saying maybe there's some procedure that we don't know that you're supposed to follow, or I don't know the criteria they use. But for us it's difficult for your song to play on radio and TV. It's not easy.
So how are you doing the promotions then? Besides going to clubs, what other ways can you come up with to promote your album? Because the album is nice and it deserves to be out there.
That's difficult. Unless I was under Universal. Because even radio gigs, radio interviews.
I know.
To get just an interview, 5 minutes telephonically, they'll tell you this and that. I've tried emailing a lot of stations. So even just that, 5 minutes of their time, you don't even have to go to their studio. You're not bothering them that much. Just 5 minutes over the phone, you talk about the album. It's difficult to do that. Well, TV, it's even worse. To get an interview on TV. So mostly we rely on social media. You know, you can sponsor your page. You know, just make noise on social media. Because even this album, I think, it pushed on social media. We like I said, when it dropped, we were on some level. I just can't remember. So gigs were not allowed. I remember the day before the album dropped on the 29th. So on the 28th, the president announced that we're going into this what lockdown.
I think it was level 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was level 4.
So when I couldn't go out there to promote the album, so yeah, it was tricky. But so I depended mainly on social media. That's how I pushed it. And then, well, after we dropped levels, at least I could go out, on the street. Yeah, to promote it. Yeah. So you
and
just,
I noticed that you go out with CDs.
Yeah.
Are they buying the album?
They are. And I won't lie. I also wasn't too sure whether we should print CDs or not. I think we took a long time with the guys at More Funk discussing, should we, shouldn't we? So at the end, we were like, let's just take chances. And people are buying those CDs, like, yeah, big time. So yeah, there's still a market for them. And yeah, that also works.
How much are you selling the CD?
It's $100.
$100.
Yeah.
So for people who want it, but they can't be where you are, how can they get it?
That's also tricky because, our music and them, they're closing down, they close down. So, yeah, stores that sell CDs, they're fading out. So most of the CDs I've sold. It was hand to hand. That's what because.
So if I order it via you, via inbox, social media, probably I'll have to pay for my own courier.
Yeah, that's what we use.
Yeah.
But then the challenge is some people, because you tell them the CD is $100, and then the person tells you, okay, I'm in PE, send one through. And then when you tell them, hey, but there's gonna be an extra fee, because I bought my 60 rands for courier, and the people they complain. So you end up not selling that CD to that person. So yeah, it's a challenge because there are not too many stores anymore that do sell CDs. Yeah.
Now, how about, because I noticed that you also have other merch besides the CDs. Maybe just have a bundle. Bundle your sweaters. And
everything in one. Yeah, that's something we're planning on doing now. Yeah, you get a CD, a T-shirt, a hoodie as well, all in one. At least then, even if I say it's extra 60 rands, you won't complain. But then if it's just the CD alone, it's like you're buying 2 CDs. So that's something we're planning on doing now. Like putting them all together as a package and selling them that way. Yeah.
Talking about social media, that it works for you.
Yeah.
You are reserved on social media. What I mean is, you're not the type of a person who shows off. I don't want to say usually you talk if you have a gig.
Yeah.
You have music to promote. You have your podcast that you're promoting.
Sure.
But your lifestyle, your life, it's not the. Did you choose the strategy or what happened? Or is that you personally?
Yeah, I know my social media pages there. It's all about music. Yeah, because I think, my name is Keleto, so I don't have an account named Keleto. If I had that one, maybe that's where I put out my private life, my personal life. But then Brazo Afrika is a musician, so other people they do it differently. But for me, I feel like my pages are all about the music, so that's all I talk about there. You even avoid a lot of stuff.
Because now everything that's on social media, people take it personally.
Yeah. And sometimes you are misquoted, and they put your words out of context and all that. So it's safer, or maybe that's because that's how I am anyway. Yeah, I'm not all about the controversy and making noise about this and that. So for me it's all about the music. Yeah, that's it.
So it helps with your career, but you prefer not to talk about your personal life. So you I'm gonna talk about my music, not my personal life.
Yeah.
But what about those people who would like to know you, the type of person you are, what you, because I don't want to say we are groupies. We look up to you guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and we like to know what do you do to get the strength
Yeah.
to keep to make that keeps you focused?
Yeah.
So, for someone who admires you and they only see work,
Yeah.
what would you say to that person that
Hey.
they want to get to know you and want to know what keeps you going, what motivates you?
Yeah. It's well, it's as you say, at least some people want to have some glimpses of your life. Like, okay, besides you doing music, what else do you do on the side? But I don't know. For me, on my side, it's all about the music. Yeah, I don't know if they do wanna see other things that I do on the side. But like I say, maybe if I had a personal account, yeah, maybe that's where I'd post all that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we can say you have had a long career. You started at the age of 19.
Yeah.
And there is someone, because yesterday I was at Sweet Monday, a gig organized by Angelic.
Yeah.
And kids were playing there, and they were playing their own music.
Yeah.
But for someone like you, who started at the age of 19, and you somehow, some way motivate some kids, they will take whatever you say because of your longevity in the game.
In the game.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's my concern, that sometimes we want to get to your mindset.
Yeah.
What keeps you going? If you come across problems, what do you do?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think that's true. And maybe I don't know. I'm so used to living this life on social media that some people even say, "When are you a closed book? Like, don't know anything else about me." Some don't even know my face. People just know the name and associated with the music, and then that's all. I don't know. Maybe I should have a camera crew, reality show.
Because there are a lot yes, I get what you mean. You don't want your life out there, but sometimes there's also the good side of social media.
Yeah.
Where the artists are just motivating other artists.
Yeah.
And you see them opening up that today I'm not feeling good, but I went to the studio, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, or I had an issue with this, I spoke with another producer. So, because the kids are mainly on the internet.
Yeah.
So they need some motivation, they need some direction, and I believe you're one of those people.
Sure.
Yeah,
I get you.
Yeah. So, anyways, what keeps you going? What do you do when you're not feeling good? What do you do when you can't make this album? Hear me out.
Hey, yeah.
Do you pray? What do you do?
It happens where sometimes you get into studio and you're like, yeah, today I want to make music, but then the creativity is just not there at all. That happens, and it can stress you out. And so I think I'm a very positive person, Jay. And so even when things are not going too well, I think my mindset, it's one of the things that help me out. And I do pray all the time, by the way. Yeah. So even prayer, it helps a lot. Not only in music, like obviously in life in general. So that also helps. And even the people around you, if you have people who, they know how to motivate you when you're down, that also helps, So, I think I have a good support structure at the moment. So even when things are not going too well, I know who to talk to. So I don't vent on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you need to know what works for you personally. What works for me might not work for you. Other people do other things when they're stressed out. But I do not panic. That's that helps.
I noticed that when you sent the message asking,
I still come. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I could send the tone. No, this guy is calm.
That's just how I am. Yeah. Maybe it helps me as well,
So now, when it's come to with your calm demeanor, how do you network then in the industry? How do you maneuver? Do you have a mentor? Like, how did you get that mentor?
Now I might be calm, but then when it comes to, what I need for my brand to grow. I do whatever it takes. You know, yeah. I don't even talk much and all that, but I go out to events even when I'm not playing. I know, okay, this guy and this guy are playing. I get there. I know I'm gonna come across some guys in the industry there. Now I approach them, yeah, you know. I talk to them, okay, I'm doing this now and all that. Even on social media, if you check the inboxes I sent out, like I send out to guys who I know, okay, this guy can push me to do this, yeah. So I do a lot of networking because if you tell yourself, man, I'm calm. So even when you see the black coffee there, you're like, I know, hey, I won't go. You just go there. You know, networking is very important. So it doesn't matter how calm or you shy or what, but that's one thing you have to do if you want your brand to grow. Yeah.
So it's not only social media, it's also in person.
Yeah, in person. Yeah, it's important. You know, I do see some guys. They like if I'm not playing, I am indoors. I'm indoors. But it's important to get out there and for people to see you. Oh, okay, this guy is around, and you know at events, obviously you come across the right people, and some of the gigs I get, some of the deals I get here and there, I get them through networking, like out there, not only on social media. Because think when you meet a person in person, yeah,
Person in person.
yeah, when you meet a person in person,
Yeah.
it's better than talking to them over the internet. Some of them do not really take you seriously when you send them an inbox, but if they see you face to face,
Also,
like,
that's why you didn't take us seriously.
hey. You know what happened? Yeah, let me just be honest. There's this YouTube channel. Okay, I even forgot the name. It's a good thing I forgot. So the guys, they told me we want to record an interview next week, Wednesday. And that time I'm home. And then I came back just like before I was planning on coming because I knew we were going to have this interview. And it's not long ago. Oh, next thing, those guys have disappeared till this day. So when you guys send me a message like, hey, another one.
Scammer.
These scammers. They're going to keep me waiting.
Because I was concerned that, no, this guy said I must inbox him. Okay, I didn't post him. He's silent.
No. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Because one thing about me, I respond. Inboxes and all that. I try. Even comments. Okay, I can't respond to each and every one.
Yeah, you can't. No, it's impossible.
I try.
Yes, yeah. Because I was surprised when I think I responded to one of your tweets. Someone was talking about your music. Then I asked you, how can we get the interview?
Yeah.
And you said I must inbox you.
Yeah.
Then I DM'd you.
Yeah.
So when I'm not getting anything back, I'm like, I want this interview.
Yeah.
So when I saw you playing at Newtown Junction,
Sure.
I asked Audio B, no man, dude, talk to this guy. Please.
I try as best as I can to respond. Even if you go to my Facebook page, the comments there, if someone is asking something, I try respond. Yeah. Even where you're not supposed to. Like you might put up a post that has the date written in bold, and then someone is gonna ask you, hey, on which date? But you just respond. Yeah, I try my best. Yeah.
Okay, man. Anyways, I enjoyed the album. I liked it. I just hope that you don't stop promoting it.
Yeah.
Because we have about how many months left? 8 months left. So I just hope that you're gonna promote it and other people can hear it too.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice album.
No, thank you.
And comparing your growth with the sound that I know you for.
Yeah.
There is growth.
Yeah.
Well, so you can tell if someone has been following you that this person has been in a journey of learning more about music.
As the time goes.
Yes. So that's what I like. Discovering someone when they were young, and then when they're older, you can tell that.
You can tell the growth.
Yes. So hence I'm saying I hope that you won't stop promoting it.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's a nice album. People can I think they won't regret buying it or streaming it.
Yeah. I'm also hoping, I'll try my best, to still, because I feel it hasn't really reached well, it has reached a lot of people, but I think there's still more.
Yes.
A lot more that can be
Yes,
done with it.
yes.
So yeah, we're
There are
not
a million
stopping.
people
Yeah.
in South Africa.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot more, and I'm trying. Like every weekend, I'm out there promoting it on social media all the time. I'm making noise about it. So yeah, every day I'm sure there's someone new who discovers it and listens to it. Yeah. So I won't stop doing that.
No, but thank you for your time.
Nah,
Thank you.
thank you, my guy.
Voila.
Away.